Okay, so today we're going to talk about scatter plots and associations. The first thing we're going to do is make a scatter plot, and then we're going to kind of talk about what kind of associations they have and how they work. Okay, if I look here at this scatter plot, it looks like these are going up by, let's see, 5 to 10, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These are going up by ones. This starts at 10 here. These little things mean they're starting at a specific number. This starts at 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and goes up by ones. Okay, so we're going up by ones on everything, which means here I'm going to start at 5, and I need my y to be 9, so I'm going to put a point right here. We're going to plot all these points. If you hear the kids outside, just ignore that. It'll stop in just a minute, and hopefully it'll get quiet. Then we have 7 and 11, so x is 7, and we're going up, here's 10, and then we're going up to 11. Remember, they started in a weird place. This little mark right here means that they're starting at 5 and at 10, so be careful about that. Okay, now we're going to go over to 8. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, and we're going to go up to 10, and 10 is sitting right here. Okay, we did that one. I want to kind of mark them as we go. Then we go over to 10, and we're going up to 13. So I'm going to go 10 here, 11, 12, 13. These are kind of hard to see. As you're taking notes on your paper, you should be able to see them better. 12 and 15, we're going to go 10, 11, 12. I'm going to move up to 10. And I can actually go up here to 15 because it's sitting right here. Remember, if I'm doing these faster than you, you can pause the video to slow down a little bit. Here we're going to go 15, and we're going to go up to 17. So 15, 16, 17. We're going to put a point here. We did that one. Now we're going to say 17, and we are going to go up to 18. So let's go up here to 15, 16, 17, 18. I hope this is 18. I hope that's right. I'm having a hard time seeing, so we'll see how that works. Okay, then we're going to go to 20. And we're going to go up to 19. So I'm going to take 20, and I'm going to try to follow this line that's almost invisible. If this is 20, this is about 19. You can count them if you want. It's easier to count. But I just saw that this was 20 and came down 1. Okay. Then we're going to go to 21, and we're going to go up to 19. So we're going to be in the same spot, just sitting next to each other. Then we're going to move over to 23, and we are going to go up to 20. And that's right in here. Remember, if I went too fast on this, you can always slow it down or stop the video so that you can plot these points, because we already know how to do that. Now, to find out if it's linear, nonlinear, if it has a positive or negative correlation, we're going to kind of see if we can draw a line through this. I can almost draw a straight line through this data. So if I'm looking at this data, and this line is pretty close to here, I can say that this is a positive correlation, or a positive, we're going to call it an association, because it goes up. Remember, if you're reading left to right and it goes up, it's positive. Okay? I can also say that it's linear, because it is pretty much in a straight line. It's not all over the place. We have a couple of these little things right here. Those would be what we would try to call outliers, which means they're not exactly in the data, but they're pretty close. That one's not, almost not an outlier, because it's just pretty close to that line. Okay? So let's look here at some that they've done for us. It wants us to interpret it. Again, if you look at this data, they're all pretty close to that line, and you can draw a straight line through the middle and almost touch all the points. So left to right, moving up, it's a positive association. So I'm going to say positive. And I'm going to abbreviate association, just so we have room to write. Okay, and because we can draw a straight line, we're going to say that that is linear. Now, if I look at this, I have dots all over the place. They're not moving in a positive direction. They're not moving in a negative direction. They are everywhere. So we are going to call this no association. If you can't draw some kind of line through it, there's no way we could draw a line through all those dots. Okay, so if you can't draw some kind of line, it's no association. If we look at this last one over here, you notice they drew a line through the middle, but it kind of curves. And it's left to right, it's going in a negative direction. So we're going to call this a negative association. And because when they drew the line, they couldn't draw it straight, it has to be curved. You notice how this line is curved? We are going to say that that is non-linear. Now you're going to need these words on the back to answer some questions, so make sure that when you're taking notes that you are writing them down. The information underneath is just the same thing that we just did. It tells us what a positive association is, a negative, and a no association. So make sure that you're writing these words down as you're taking the notes. Okay, we're going to try another one together, and then I'm going to let you loose on your own. Okay, again, if you notice, this is telling us that it skipped a few and it started at 5. And then we're going 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's moving up by ones. The bottom didn't skip because if you notice, I don't have that little thing right there. So it's just going by 5s. Okay? We're going to plot both of these graphs. So we're going to start at 3. And we're going to move up to 5. So 3 and 5 is here. Then we're going to say 5 and 5. And we're going to say 6 and 6. Now I'm going a little fast because I need to get this video done before I run out of time. But you can slow it down or pause it again. We're going to say 8 and 8. 8. And then we start at 5 here. 6, 7. I'm going to hope 8 is about right in here because my lines are kind of gone on there. Then we're going to go to 9 and 8. Okay, so 9 and 8. That was 8. I think I messed up. That was 8 and 6. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. That was 8 and 6. I told you guys I can't see. So that line goes there. Okay, ignore that one. It's 8 and 6. Here, we can fix that. Watch. We'll just take a little white out here. Okay, I'm leaving this in the video because I want you to know that sometimes we make mistakes too and have to go back. So it's okay to make a mistake and just go back and fix it. Okay, so this one was at 8 and 6, and I messed that up. 8 and 6. Okay, that's what happens when your contacts don't work real good. This one's at 9 and 8, so I'm going to go 9. This is 9. I'm going up here to 5, 6, 7, 8. Kind of hard to see. Okay, and I'm going to put a dot there. 10 and 12. Hopefully this one's a little bit easier. 10, I can see lines up here. That's about 10, 11, 12. We're going to put it here. I'm sorry, guys. If I knew these lines were so bad, I probably would have fixed them for you, but I didn't know they were this bad. Okay, 12 and 15. I'm at 12. I'm going to move up here to 15. It's a little bit easier to see the lines here. Okay, 13 and 16. So 11, 12, 13. And we're going up to 16. If that was at 15, 16 is going to be sitting right up in here. Then we're going to go 16, 16. So here's 15. We're going to go 16. We're going to move up here to 15. One more up is a 16. And then we're going to say 17 and 15. So 17. Then we're going to go way up here to 15. Is 15 there? It's right in here. Okay. Now, here's the deal. I can almost, this is an iffy one, because I can almost draw a line through here, and if you look, all of these points are pretty close to the line. They're a little bit far away, but they're pretty close. So if I looked at this and drew a line like this, I would call this a positive association. Okay, and I would say it was linear because I drew the line right here. Now, if you choose to follow the dots and go here, that would be almost a no association because it goes up and then it goes down. I'm going to choose to take the line and follow it here and say that we have a linear association because I can draw that line in between these dots and they are pretty close. If you look at how far they are from the line, they are all about the same distance from the line. Okay, so we're going to call it a linear association. We're going to call it a positive association. And we're going to say it's linear. This is one of those really iffy ones that it could go either way, but I want to show you how you can draw that line right through the center to where, because your goal is to see if the dots are really, really close to the line. And if I draw this line through the center of this, these dots end up being about the same distance from the line all the way through. Okay, this one's kind of iffy. If you have any questions, come see me during tutoring, and I will see you guys in class.